Okay, Shima girls, welcome to my newest video. For this video, I want to start discussing the types of ingredients that we as black women should try to avoid at all costs. And I'm going to dive into the reasons. I'm going to dissect the reasons why it's important to avoid these particular ingredients. Okay, so I'm not just going to say, yeah, avoid this ingredient and avoid that ingredient. I'm going to basically dissect the reasons step by step, as well as I possibly can, and as feasibly as I possibly can, so that the average person can understand why these certain ingredients, without getting too scientific, I'm going to try not to get too scientific because I don't want to confuse nobody. I always try not to get too scientific, but there's certain words that, I'm going to be describing because they are scientific words in a way. So I'm going to basically dive into, like I usually dive into stuff in my way, my special Shima way. Okay, so the first video is going to be about sodium lauryl sulfate. Okay, now the sodium lauryl sulfate is the ingredient that is basically found in most of our over-the-counter shampoos. And there's like two terms for it. There's one that is sodium lauryl sulfate, and there's one that is sodium lauryl sulfate. And I'm spelling it out there on the screen for you ladies so y'all can see exactly what I'm talking about. So, like I said, these sulfates are basically chemicals that are used in our shampoos. When I say our shampoo, I mean the over-the-counter shampoos, okay? On soaps, in detergents, and some toothpaste as well. And the reason why we find these ingredients, the sulfate ingredients in these particular products, is because the creators that created these products, the soaps, the shampoos, and the detergents, they want to create that foaming effect. Okay, that lathering stuff that's called the foaming effect, and that is due to the sodium lauryl sulfate. For sure, I'm gonna just basically call it sulfate, and you still know what I'm talking about. So now, when this foaming effect takes place after we finish rubbing in the shampoos into our hair, that leads us to believe that it is cleaning our hair. Okay, am I right or am I wrong, Shima girls? That when we see that foaming taking place, that foaming effect, meaning those little white bubbles, isn't that the indication that our hair is getting clean to at least 99% of us? And isn't that what we're also waiting on when we're washing our hands or our bodies with soap? Those little white bubbles to come out again? Again, it is this foaming that leads us to believe that our bodies or our hands or wherever we're using the soap on is being cleaned. Okay? So with that in mind, let's think about it. This is where I'm going to start with the dissection of, of these ingredients. Let's think about this foaming stuff that's going on. This sulfate ingredient is the very same ingredient that they put in the soap, that they put into our laundry detergents to either get our bodies clean if we're using the soap, or to get our clothes impeccably clean if we're using the detergent. Now remember that our hair is very, very fragile. And our hair is not a pair of jeans, a pair of jeans that have stains, or like Kool-Aid, or stains like old dirt that's been sitting on these pair of jeans for over a week or more. Our hair is not a pair of dirty jeans, basically. Okay, so in order to clean those pair of dirty jeans, we need something pretty strong, like the detergent, to remove these stains. But we're not going to use detergent to cleanse our hair, and we're not going to use soap to clean our hair either. And if you have used soap to clean your hair, what was the after effect of that? your hair was just, when your hair finally got dry, I'm quite sure it just poofed out. And it looked terribly, terribly dry. And I speak from experience because when I was a very, very young girl, I took a bar of soap and I washed my hair with a bar of soap. You know, in my mind, I was just cleaning my hair. The soap is to clean. So I was cleaning my hair, and that was the effect. A dry poof of hair was the result. And not a very attractive poof, okay? It was like stripped of all its natural oils. And I'm going to get into that, okay, regarding the natural oils. That's what that sodium lauryl sulfate does to our hair. It strips our hair of its natural oils. But here's the thing, Shima girls. Way too many women, both black and white, believe the myth that the only way the shampoo is cleaning their hair is if they see that lathering effect taking place in their hair. Okay. That foaming effect. That foaming effect is like the signal, oh, yes, my hair is getting clean. I see the little white bubbles. Oh, yeah, it's doing what it's supposed to do. Create those little white bubbles to get my hair clean. That is the erroneous, unhealthy myth that the average woman out there believes, that the shampoos have to create this lathering, foaming stuff to get the hair clean. And I'm here to tell you that is not very healthy for our hair, that foaming effect. This is why I'm making the video regarding sodium lauryl sulfate, and I'm getting into the reasons why we should be avoiding these sulfate-based shampoos. And why? Because these sulfate-based shampoos are stripping our hair of its natural oils. At first, it always looks like it's cleaning the hair, it's doing the desired effect that you want. But the sad truth of the matter is that it is stripping our hair of its natural oils. And we need as much oil as we can in our already dry afro-textured hair. Okay? Our hair, remember, we are born with very dry hair. So the last thing we need is a product that's going to remove the small amount of natural oils that we already have in our hair. We don't need that. The sodium lauryl sulfates, these ingredients, they are inexpensive ingredients. And I want you to understand this, ladies. These are inexpensive ingredients that are being used in 98 to 99%, almost all of the shampoos, almost all of these over-the-counter shampoos that we see at the beauty supply stores, at the local grocery store, the local supermarket, the local corner store. 98 to 99% of these over-the-counter shampoos contain that sodium lauryl sulfate ingredient that is very detrimental to our hair. The bottom line is that these sulfates are irritants. They're irritating, you know, the hair. And irritants, again, that behave very similar to soap, because remember, those sulfates are also in soap because it is there to create that foaming effect. So your body or your hands can get clean. Okay, but again, our hair is too fragile for certain ingredients, and that sulfate foaming ingredient is too strong for our hair. Now, this basically means that these irritants are going to end up stripping your hair of its natural oils, like I've been saying over and over. They're going to cause you split ends. They're going to cause you hair dryness. They're going to cause you frizzy hair, and they're going to cause you basically unnecessary setbacks in your longer, healthier Shima hair growth journey. And that is something we do not want. Unhealthy ingredients like these sulfates and various other unhealthy ingredients that are found in these shampoos that are supposedly targeted for afro-textured hair, okay, all they're doing is helping to hinder our progress. They are hindering our healthier, longer hair growth goals. Now, let me throw something out there. Suppose right now there was this poll. Okay, suppose we had to take a poll right now which required us to vote on which is the number one reason, which is the main reason why a black woman are always changing from one shampoo to another. Okay, because rest assured, the majority of you have changed shampoos more times than you can even count. So let's find out why have we been changing shampoos consistently? What is up with this consistent change of shampoos? Why isn't there one shampoo out there that is giving us exactly what we need? So let's look at the questions. Let's say these are the two questions, and you had to vote on which is the main reason why we're always changing shampoos. Number one, I don't like the smell of the shampoo. Number two, my hair is still not moisturized enough after using this shampoo. So we're taking the poll. Are we going to vote for number one, or are we going to vote for number two? Meaning, are most of us going to vote for number one? The reason that I'm consistently changing my shampoo is because, oh, I just don't like the smell. Or is it number two? The reason why I'm consistently changing my shampoo is because my hair is still not getting the moisturized enough with this shampoo. Okay, it's still not keeping my hair moisturized. So which of these two questions do you sincerely believe that the majority of us are going to vote on? My hair is still not getting moisturized enough with these over-the-counter shampoos. And why? What is causing our hair to still not get moisturized enough, ladies? From these over-the-counter shampoos that we're consistently buying and changing every other month or even every other week. You know, what is it? The sulfates, among other unhealthy drying ingredients found in these shampoos. Okay? Now, if you have other reasons why you're consistently changing shampoos, you know, post away. You know, let's see what is your experience. You know, what is your reasons for consistently changing shampoos. But I guarantee you that the moisture factor is the main reason why we're consistently changing the shampoos, because those shampoos that contain sulfates, all they do is dry our hair. They're stripping our hair of these natural oils. Remember that black hair is unique hair. Our hair is dry by nature. I can't help repeating it because we have to keep that in mind. Our hair is very dry by nature, and the last thing we need is other products that are going to maximize that hair dryness. Our hair requires some specific, unique requirements if it is going to thrive. So if we continue to use products that maximizes the hair dryness, we continue to use products that maximizes the fragility of our afro-textured hair, then why is it surprising when our hair doesn't grow? Why is it surprising when our hair starts breaking? Why is it surprising when our hair starts falling off? In severe cases, you know, and it happens, it has happened. Why is that surprising? Now, when we use hair care products that wipes out the dryness, that wipes out the fragility and straightens our afro-textured hair, then it should be of no surprise why our hair starts growing longer, past shoulder length. There should be no surprise when there is no more hair breakage. There is no more surprise when we see no more split ends. There is no surprise when we see that our hair is not falling off anymore, because we're using the products that are wiping out the dryness, that wiping out the hair breakage, the split ends. We're using the products with the correct ingredients targeted specifically for afro-textured hair. And speaking of the products with the correct ingredients targeted specifically for afro-textured hair, this is why I created my Shima hair repair shampoo. Guess what? My Shima hair repair shampoo is totally sulfate free. Okay? I created my shampoo totally sulfate free for that very reason. These sulfates are very unhealthy for our hair, ladies. Now with my sulfate free Shima hair repair shampoo, your hair will thrive to its fullest potential. your hair will be moisturized to its fullest potential and stay moisturized. Okay, there is no need to rub your hair like we do with those over-the-counter shampoos, because we're not looking to lather our hair, because the shampoo is not going to lather our hair anyway, for the simple fact that it is sulfate free. Remember, the sulfates are in the average shampoo out there because they're just trying to create that foaming effect. Okay, and another thing, let me point something out about the sulfates. The main reason why 98 to 99% of these over-the-counter shampoos out there contain sulfates is because it is an inexpensive ingredient. And these hair companies that create these sulfate-based shampoos, they're always looking to cut costs, ladies. Okay, that's basically it. It is an inexpensive ingredient. It helps to cut costs when they're creating the total package for you. Okay, which when you think about it, is perfectly understandable business-wise, but it is at our expense. It is at the expense of our hair, at the health of our hair. So while the companies are cutting costs, our hair is suffering. Now, again, my Shima Hair Repair Shampoo is not your average over-the-counter shampoo. Remember, when you apply my Shima Hair Repair Shampoo, you're going to be applying it to your hair when it is totally dry, because the main goal is for the shampoo to penetrate to its fullest potential. The over-the-counter shampoos, you usually do what? You wet your hair first and then you apply the shampoo. Okay? But remember, the average shampoo you're using contains sulfate. My Shima Hair Repair Shampoo gently cleanses our very fragile afro-textured hair without stripping it of its natural oils. It is designed to help us retain moisture in our hair, while at the same time it repairs our hair and renews our hair. Okay? And you Shima girls that happen to have naturally curly hair can definitely attest to the fact regarding how extra dry your hair seems to get. And which means you definitely need that moisture to stay in your hair after you put in the shampoo and you finish washing your hair. You know, you need that moisture to stay in. Am I right or am I wrong? With the over-the-counter shampoos, again, it's just basically going to be stripping your hair of its natural oils. The moisture's not going to stay in your hair with those sulfate-based shampoos, okay? And one more thing, as for you ladies that like to go to the salons to get your hair washed, please be advised. Please be advised. Not all salon brand shampoos are sulfate-free. Okay? Try to remember this important fact that I pointed out, ladies. Again, the reason why there's sulfates in the average shampoo is because it's an inexpensive ingredient. And the companies, they want to cut costs. But again, it's at our expense. Okay, at the expense of the health of our hair. If we want our hair to grow longer, if we want our hair to remain healthy, if we don't want to see any more split ends, if we don't want our hair to be falling off, you know, we need to always find and use the products that are specifically created for afro-textured hair. Okay, that are specifically created for the unique requirements of afro-textured hair. So ladies, I hope you have learned a lot from this video. If I left anything out, post away. Okay, I'm looking forward to, you know, your answers as well and your experiences. So take care, ladies, and I'll definitely be seeing you next time. Bye.